Okay, so let's just start. And okay, just starting with what we have learned last morning. Yeah, anybody can share or any doubt you need to be clarified, okay, please raise it up. Okay, Mr. Anpo, you have something to share? You can you are be able to speak now.
Hello, teacher. No,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
in the office right now.
You're still working, right?
Yes.
Okay, so enjoy your work. Okay, so Ms. Serum, can you share something about what you have learned last morning?
Yeah, teacher. So this morning we have learned about learning scale, second learning assessment, and it is a standard assessment that tests for practice, and there are three. Yes. First one is proficiency test, and the second one is achievement test, and the third one is diagnostic test, and it's all teacher because I was sick today. And there was so noise outside, so I cannot learn well today.
Okay, make sure that with you other person speedy recover.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, how about other? Okay, how about Petra? Are you available to talk and share? Or you are at somewhere with someone and doing something?
Hello, teacher. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, teacher, because every Saturday in the morning I work at school, so I just can listen sometime, but uh, I cannot reply with you, and uh, I cannot share too, because in the morning I have a class at school. I just can join an active on Saturday in the afternoon.
Okay, yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, this morning, have you catch up some point from our lesson, Petra?
No, teacher.
Okay, it's fine. Yeah, hope that your classmate can review and tell you what we have learned so far. Okay, so Motus, okay? Today you are the first one.
Okay, teacher. So this morning our lesson is about life skills and language assessment. It's um it's talk about how teacher or how we do assessment for the student in order to check like their strengths, their weaknesses, their proficiency, something like that. And when we say about life scale assessment, it refers to the standardized test like TOEFL, IELTS test. Yeah, and in the part of life scale assessment, we have proficiency test, we have achievement test, and diagnostic test. That's it.
Thank you, King, for this. Any other point? Okay, Simon, anything you want to share? Okay, just the point that your classmate did not talk. If possible, yeah, you can say like.
Sorry, teacher, I cannot share yet.
Okay, thank you. You're still busy. Okay, Mr. Chin, anything to share?
Hello, teacher. Hello, everyone, our classmate today. Yes, teacher,
Okay.
for me, our lesson at the morning, learn about from type of assessment, like proficiency tests, achievement tests, and diagnostic tests. And we learn from about large scale second language assessment. Large scale second language assessment is evaluating of language proficiencies of a large the members of learners using and standardized tests of assessment. And on our the lesson at the morning, interested about the assessment of development cycle that have plan, have designing, and operating, and using administrating scoring to researching and makes a planning. So this is that I accept from our the lesson on the morning class teacher. Thank you, teachers. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Chin, for sharing what you got it from the lesson. Okay, so Mr. Hali, anything you want to share before we start?
For this morning, I have come with the two, new item that learn is about in the test we got norm reference and criterion reference. That's interesting.
Okay, we seem like we lost from you, Mr. Hali.
Wait, me, teacher. Can you hear me,
Okay.
teacher?
Yeah. Okay, you can continue now.
I'm not quite clear about norm reference, but the criterion reference, it would be based on like the specific criteria that test item will be introduced in the test. And as teacher mentioned this morning, normally the first one would be like the norm reference. It is kind of test that refer to the specific group or any selected group that you test this one. And the last one, it tests it based on the item that we want to do, like example in the IELTS test, they got like format test for speaking, listening, writing, something like that. That is in the criterion reference test. So this is what I have learned beside classmate Manson at the moment, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Haley, for sharing some part here. Okay, any other from? Okay, about Mr. Rotha, anything you share?
Sorry, teacher. I think our classmate already say about the lesson. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Thank you. Completed. Okay. Yancy, anything you want to wrap up from the morning session?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, please.
Thank you, teacher, for allowing me sharing some point from the morning lesson. From I will learn through chapter 20, large scale language assessment. That means I learn through many things as like definition of large scale. It means evaluating language proficiency of a large number of learners. And okay, talking about the importance of it, it can be used for high-stake decisions such as university admission or language certification. And another point is just there are 3 types in large-scale language assessment. Is number 1, a proficiency test, means it is we can use it for measure the overall language proficiency for students. And another type is achievement test. It's just a specific language skill, and also a diagnostic test. Identify student and weakness in language proficiency. And there are still more some point, but sorry, teacher, for disturbing by phoning. Sorry, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, you can say like some part to fulfill and complement each other. Yeah. Okay, thank you. Yeah, seems like nearly all. Okay, how about Mr. Kim?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, anything you want to add that your classmate did not mention, please?
I remember some part of we all study. The first is talking about what is large scale and small scale. Large scale is we can access to large number of learner. Yes, for small scale is we can access to small group of learner and focus for specific language skill. Yes, teacher. And then I want to talking about how do teacher know if an assessment is useful for student? Yes, teacher can know a lot of use. The first is can align with learning objectives. If content assessment are relevant to what students were supposed to learn. Yes, and can get some feedback from students. Yes, teacher, for me, that's all for me, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Kim. Okay, good. Okay, Mr. Verom just connecting. Maybe his connection is not really good. Okay. Okay, Mr. Verom, do you hear from us well? Okay, still connection. Okay, so we have seen some new names here, like Sita, Chen Sita.
Yeah, good afternoon, teacher.
Okay, good afternoon. Yeah. Do
Just
you have
new.
something to say this afternoon?
I have nothing, teacher, because I just start in this afternoon.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself briefly before we go?
Yeah. Nothing, teacher.
Okay. Introduce about yourself.
Okay, so good afternoon, teacher. My name is Jen Sita. I'm 34 years old, and I graduate bachelor degree at the English literature at Saja Asia Development Institute, and now I just want to continue my master degree uh, for this course also. And thank you, and nice to see you, teacher, and all classmates here.
Okay. Thank you. And what is your career path, Mr. Sita, as they graduated from this master degree?
Sorry, teacher, again.
What is your career path? Okay, in next 5 years or after graduated this master degree?
I'm not sure yet, teacher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, keep thinking. Right? Thank you.
Yeah, thank
Okay,
you.
how about Sophia? Yeah, this morning we did not see you. And anything you want to share in the afternoon?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, hello.
I don't know what to say, teacher, because this morning I missed class.
Okay, thank you. Or any expectation the afternoon for the afternoon class? Okay, so thank you very much for everyone for keep sharing and reflecting. We can say like just recall back from what we have discussed so far. Yes, in reflection, it's just some part that is really great for you to recall. Yeah, we can say okay, learning some part okay, 100% you may get only 75% from the 100, and 1 or 2 hours later you do not recall or remind it. You will reduce to 50 or even 40% of the lesson here. Yeah. For tomorrow or after tomorrow, if you never keep thinking and reflecting on that, yeah, it will be reduced to 20, 25, more and more will be gone. Yeah, that's why we need to be reviewing here. Thank you. So the afternoon, we're going to move to chapter 22. Okay, and how many people have read the chapter? How many? Read something or read nothing?
There is something, teacher.
Read something. Thank
Yes.
you. So how about other something or nothing?
Read nothing, teacher.
With
Nothing.
nothing. I was at the clinic with my mother this morning.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. Wish her all the best.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
How about that? Okay. Mr. Ratta, you want to add something about the chapter?
Chapter 22, right?
Yeah, chapter 22.
22, I just read a little bit in here. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I said some question here, and then I will see you. I will see you soon about this also.
Okay. Okay. After you have seen this topic, yeah. What are your expectations? Any expectation on that?
I think this lesson we will specific on the practice, teacher. Practice. Practice in the class.
Yeah. Thank you. Okay. Practice about what?
Practice in pair or in group of student or visual card.
Yeah. Thank you. About other? Okay, that this chapter we can say like you talk about tools and techniques as effective second language, second or foreign language teaching. Yeah, like Sarong just mentioned, like maybe some classroom practice. Yeah. Anything else besides that? Okay. Any expectation?
Uh,
Yeah, it's okay.
for this unit, they are going to talk about how teachers use different techniques to teach the student. Like, for example, the teacher ask the student to work in pair, work in group. Those are called techniques. Yeah, and the tool is talking about how teacher use, like, for example, presentation for the student to learn what are the material that teachers need to use during the class, something.
That's it. It's okay.
Yes, teacher. Not much. We will learn more.
You will learn more. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. About other?
Yes, teacher. I
Yeah.
yes, I have a speak for this chapter, teacher. For tech technique. For technique, previously class we already study about technique, but I am not clear about it. My speak is more than understand about technique, how to use technique into language learning, and then I can understand kind of tool for language learning, teacher. Yes, that's all for me, teacher. My speak.
Thank you, Mr. Kum.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other? Any other expectation? Okay, it's quiet now. Okay, so yeah, without further ado, let's just move to the discussion question. Yeah, we still have some discussion question as normal. Yeah. Okay, so in here, okay, we have 3 more discussion question before we move to our lesson straight away. So the first one to focus on what are the what are the basic tools and techniques are effective as second or foreign language teaching here? Any idea?
Teacher, I want to join this question.
Yes, please, Gujansi.
Yeah, okay. When we discussing about question number 1, that means the basic tool and technique of effective second language or foreign language teaching. Before answer this question, I just would like to mention a little bit about the way how we learn the language. Even we are native, for example, like we learn Khmer language, something like this, we still have some tool that means to make our learning come smoothly or go through the lesson very well. Because some of our teacher make the lesson much more interesting, that make us feel want to learn through the lesson and feel want to join the lesson by learning and trying very hard because of the good preparing from the teacher also. And so another way that we learn another language, especially for English or just some other language, the teacher come to the class by bringing some tool or techniques that is special for the class. For example, for tool we can use the contextual, that means the text related with the lesson. Teacher use it to make the student learn well and through it. And another tool is just that we can sometimes use visual aid, for example, like flashcard or picture or some material, for example, like computer or smartphone, something like this, because we have some technology. That means we use technology as we learned through the last lesson from the morning. We have technology that is matter in assessing our students through the assessment also. And so in learning as well, teacher can use some special tool, like I mentioned earlier. And also we sometimes can make our student learn in the classroom or outside the classroom or some kind of field study or field learning as well. And some technique we can put the student into pair or into group and something like this. That means it's just the technique and also student and learn from by we say learn from by doing or learning by heart, something like this, teacher. It is from my idea, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Gujansi, for sharing this. Okay, other perspective from this? Hello? Okay, any idea about question number 1? Okay,
Can I
Sophia, okay, Mr. Ali? Mr. Ali first?
To me, that is the basic tool that we should have. That is from my perspective. I think it is the first one is the language and language proficiency, and another one about the like the process of teaching in classroom. So that is the basic tool and technique for helping us in language teaching.
Okay, that's it. I hardly find somewhere to unmute myself. Okay, thank you, Mr. Harley. Okay, any other? How about Sophia? Any thing to share with question number 1? Okay, maybe she is busy. Other? How about Petra?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, please, anything to share with question number 1?
For me, the basic tool and technique for teaching second language, like as material, real thing, or picture, or game, or role play, like as some activity. And nowadays, if I am a teacher that teaching foreign language, I will use technology. It's that all for me, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Petra, for this. Yeah, combining with technology. Any other basic tool and techniques? So what are they?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, Sophia, please.
For me, the basic tool and technique of effective language teaching, I separate it two parts. The first, the basic tool. I think the basic tool is refer to the tool in teaching practice or teaching activities. It include technology and some material that we use in reality. And the second part is technique. Technique is about teacher activity or teacher plan. It like lesson and like the presentation of teacher and student participation and especially major of teaching. That's all, teacher.
Thank you. Yeah. Lesson planning or session planning also one part. Other, any more idea about this part that is important for teacher to bring to the class? Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, Mr. Rotha, any idea?
I would like to share a little bit.
Yeah, please, please.
I'm not a teacher, but I can share a little bit about this. So before we start a class for teaching, so we have to prepare the lesson first. For we have to prepare the lesson or the topic that we want to share in the class also. And then after that, we had to talk with the student for focus to join with us, to study with us also. This is the the number two technique that effective in the class also, teacher. Thank you. I have only 2 points.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Rotha. Other, how about Venerable? Welcome back to the class this afternoon. Any point to share with question number 1, Venerable?
Yeah, you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, come on, Venerable.
Yeah, I think that a tool and the technique is the tool. according to the our lesson, we should prepare lesson quality like a presentation, like a plans, like lesson plan, and for for our teaching. Yeah, we should know about like we how can we make attention to our student like that, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you, Venerable, for sharing. Yeah. Okay. Are there any idea on this? Okay, Mr. Chaidi, are you here? Anything to add to question number 1?
From here, teacher.
Yeah, please.
Discussing on number 1, right?
Yeah, we are working on question number 1.
Because
Okay. We cannot hear from you, Mr. Chaidi.
sorry, teacher, my internet is working slowly. So,
Yeah.
so can you hear me now?
Okay, we can hear you now.
Yep. To me, I think lesson plans and communicative language techniques is the effective way to teach student, because I mean, lesson plan can provide teachers a clear explanation, and we move on from one step to another step easily. And another way we allow students to make communication with each other is easily like that. Okay, that's all for my idea, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chaidi. Yeah, I think it just will be enough for question number 1. Okay, can we move to question number 2? Yeah, what evidence do we have that these techniques lead to more effective practice? Yeah. Okay. And any techniques that you have applied? Okay. Yes, we have different perspective, different techniques. Yes, to you yourself as a teacher. Okay. Any experience that you find out, oh, one particular technique is really effective, really more practical within your classroom? Okay. And how do you know them? Yes. Any answer to this one? Hello. Yeah, we can say like the first one, you need to share about one best practice techniques that you have applied, and okay, how do you know that it is really practical or more effective within your classroom? Yeah, please. Okay, who can share? Come on. We got 17 people now.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, let me share with the question number 2. What is evidence do we have that this technique leads us more effective practice? So that in my experience, that it begin with the lesson, that in the short review, as the prevent, and also learning presentation with the new material, and ask many questions to the student and observe that the student understand our question or not, and how much that they learn from us. Yes, teacher, that's all.
Thank you, Simon, for sharing this. Review, asking open-ended question, and observe. Okay, good. Any other? Please just share us your techniques, your best practice technique, and how do you know that? Yeah, come on. Hello.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, Mr. Chaide, please.
Yeah. To me, the evidence that I can know that my technique is more effective practice. It's because of my the involvement of my student. They get involved in classroom activity, and they can answer the question, and I mean they can share the idea, share the idea to teacher or to their friends like that, and they feel free to do the discussion like that. Okay, thank you, teacher.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Mr. Chaide. Freedom in discussing. Okay, any other? Okay, Mr. Chiang, any idea to contribute to question number 2?
Hello, teachers.
Yeah, please.
For me, I just to the teacher for number 2. I before I uh, have the opinion for number 2, I refers to number 1. The basics tool for me and the class. I always make rule in our class and to connect teachers with our student, and make rule to participating together from our the lesson and some activity for make interested student for effective learning. And for question number 2, I think like what evidence evidence do we have the techniques learns to the more effective practice. I like sing so from a classmate that that sees see answer from the teacher like that. So when we to review our student, our student for uh, the lesson that we learn from it, and uh, uh, make them to discuss about the topic or our the lesson to each others, and we 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 make the we make opportunity for the we make we make opportunity for the student uh, review or summarize our the lesson that we we uh, s- we learn from it our the lesson. So I think this is the way that we can uh, uh, to more effective uh, practice technique for me, teacher. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Okay. Yes. Good. Classroom rule, right? Ada, we have a lot of teacher here, right? As I remember. Please. Okay, how about the Gujansi? Just inquired from you.
Yeah, teacher, I'm here.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Before I answer question number 2, I would like to add some more to question number 1. I mean, refer to tool. I think also methodology and methodology and just and approach methodology and approach consider as tool to teacher for the class, just for class only. That means we because the teacher bring all of this to the class, and technique is also technique the same. And for evidence that we can consider the technique lead to more effective practice, that means we just looking back through the how can our student learn best in a class, because sometimes we have to think about what kinds of tools or activity or technique that we bring to the class for our student to make the lesson interesting for them. Because sometimes what we bring to the class, if we consider about the level of the student diversity, student level, or because in class, especially for young learner, we have to think about it very very detailed about it, because young learner is very difficult, maybe a little bit difficult than adult learner or some kind of uh, a older student in the classroom. So it is make the student feel much more better if they learn through the lesson well. And also we teachers, we have to think about what we bring to the class to meet, to respond with our student level, student need. That means what make them feel better, because we think that young learners, they want to learn something through picture, through whatever they can see, they can learn, and also they can touch or taste it better. Different from adult learner that just can listen to the teacher, spend most of the time or a lot more time to listen or to do something that they really easy to understand than the small teacher or young learner, a small learner or young learner teacher, something like this. Yeah, that's all, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah. Visual aid. We need more visual aid for young learner. How about adult learner? Do we need that?
Yeah, we still need, but especially young learner needs much more than adult learner. Yeah. For
Yeah.
example, like that means the young learner learn well through picture, learn well through something that we can see, because they think about their brain or their thinking is not really higher, or that they cannot make critical thinking, or they cannot think about something or make their imagination better than adult learner. This one is just for my idea, teacher. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Lu Jansi, for sharing detail on this. Yeah, any other? Yes, since we have a lot of teacher, yeah, we just want to learn from you as well, if possible. Just share, unmute, and then say straight away to the point. Petra, you want to share on this question number 2?
The evidence for me, like as feedback and result of the student. So for me, result of the student and feedback from the student, so that show this is the evidence that our teaching
Okay, thank you, Petra. I suppose you continue. Thank you.
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, please.
Sorry, teacher. I have not joined the class yesterday and today. This morning, I thought I have been lost of all the lesson we have learned, but I would like to share with question number 2.
Yeah, please, Mr. Sapal, please. You're welcome.
So when I enter the class at the first minute, and usually I teach if I teach at a big class, so in a class about 40 to 45 students, and it's really hard to grab their attendance. So I use a technique that I just then quiet for a minute, and then I ask everybody to clap one's hand one time, and everybody clap 2 times or 3 times, and they're not listening to my instruction. So I use that technique to grab their attention. So and then second, I use always the eye contact to on every corner to make sure everybody pay attention on the lesson, the instruction. So usually, because I use this technique to teach the big class, and I see the result as my classmates say that you see the result is students pay more attention and then participative in the class. Thank you, teacher. That's all from me.
Thank you, Mr. Sapal, for sharing. Yeah, you are the newcomer here. Yeah, we hope to learn from you more. Thank you. Okay, any other for this one? Your experience is fine. We just want to hear about your experience. It's fine. Even though you don't read the chapter, it's fine. How about Mr. Pirom?
Good afternoon, teacher.
Yeah, are you available to talk this afternoon? Yeah, please.
Okay, thank you. Question number 2: what evidence do we have that techniques lead to more effective practice? And For me, there is a significant body of research that support effectiveness of various techniques in both classroom practice. There are some key pieces of evidence such as the first, active learning. It means numerous studies have shown that active learning techniques such as group discussion, problem solving activities, and hand-on experiment and lead to the better student engagement, deeper understanding, and improves academic performance compared to traditional passive learning methods. And number two is a formative assessment. It means evidence suggests that formative assessment techniques such as quizzes, feedback, and self-assessment help students monitor their progress, identify areas of improvement, and make necessary adjustment in their learning strategy. And number three, differentiated instruction. It means research support the idea that tailoring instruction to the student individuals needs, learning style, and ability improve their understanding and mastery of the subject matter. By providing diverse instructional approaches and material, teachers can cater to the diverse needs of their students, enhancing their overall learning experience. And number four, collaborative learning. Collaborative learning in this point is to focus about how to take or how to set about student learning activity. Okay, such as the collaborative learning activity, as group project, peer teaching, and cooperation learning tasks, and have been shown to improve critical thinking, problem solving skill, and interpersonal ability. Our students learn from each other, develop stronger communication skills, and gain a deeper understanding of content through collaborative effort. And the last point is meta condition and reflection. It means as I am a teacher, I'm encouraging the students and to reflect on their own thinking process and set goal and monitor their learning strategies, promote meta cognitive skill. The study have to indicate that fostering meta cognition enhance student ability to regulate their own learning, leading to improved academic performance and increase independence in learning. And it is important to note that while these techniques have to substantial evidence supporting your opportunities, and their impacts may be very depending on factors such as student age, subject matters, and the context of implementation, and it's recommended for educators that is next to their specific classroom and keep up with the latest research in field to ensure the best outcome for the students. And this chair.
Okay, that's it, Mr. Kirom. Okay. Any other idea? Yeah, maybe just enough. I hope that you can learn from each other here. So let's just move to question number 3. What guidelines should teachers follow in implementing this technique? We can say like, yeah, you need to keep thinking about particular techniques in here. Okay, or you can use one other technique that you have applied successfully, and then keep sharing about what should be the guideline for other teacher to follow in implementing the particular technique that you have applied, for example, right? Okay, yeah. So any idea for question number 3? Okay, who can share? Okay, Sapir, any idea for question number 3?
Hello, teacher.
Yeah, please.
For me, the general guideline that teacher should follow, it like teachers should be understand the technique of their teaching and plan and prepare for their teaching clearly. They should consider how technique they use in their curriculum and how it be practiced effectively in their teaching. And moreover, the teacher should set clear objectives in the teaching. Of course, objective in teaching should be set before teaching because when the teacher teach um, the teacher activities follow um, follow by the teacher plan. So the plan and objective of teaching time should be set before teaching. And the more point it should be student and student parents. In this point, I think it is very important because communication can make the student and teacher and student parent have a good relationship and the study and teaching may be good after teaching. And the more point teacher should be patient and persistent in their teaching. It is important for teacher. I think this point is good for students too. But as I am a teacher, I think all teachers should be more patient and persistent of teaching activities. That's all, teacher.
Thank you. Yeah. So patient is the key point, right? Good. Yeah. Okay, Ada. I will have the question linked to that part. Okay, later on, but we can see the overall overview on this part first regarding to the guideline of how to follow and implementing the teaching technique effectively. Yeah. Ada. Okay, Ada. Okay, Mr. Sapal, any idea on question number 3, please? Okay, Mr. Chap Sapal, please. Any point to share?
Teacher, question number 3.
Yeah, please.
I have no idea at the moment, teacher.
Okay. Somebody stole it. Thank you. Are there any idea?
Yeah, teacher, let me share with a short idea.
Yeah, please, Simon.
Okay, so what number 3, what guidelines should teacher follow in implement these techniques? So that we have to get to know your student and also create an effective learning environment, word meaningful, relevant to the lesson, and inspire the student participation and interaction. Evaluate fairly, give and ask for feedback from the student, plan for the future success for the lesson, and observation for the feedback. That's all, teacher. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Observation and feedback. Okay. Any other thing? Please. Yeah. Please, like we can see.
Yeah. For answering the question number 3, teacher follow and implement this technique through some guideline. For me, first of all, we have to think about some tool or technique before we bring it into the class, because as I mentioned, sometimes we bring something different from what we want. Yeah, we just think about it, but we don't use it effectively in a classroom according to whatever we bring to the class is not appropriate for the student level or for the context. That means the lesson, okay? And number 2, for me, after we bring it to the class, we think about it separately, we implementing it in the class. And after we implementing it, we should monitor. We should monitor, because when we monitor, we can see something happening during the lesson or during the class. That means we can see how much that it is applied or how much it doesn't apply. Is it appropriate or not? And number 4 is just after we make much more monitoring, we have to do some kind of review. When we review it, that means we can see something that come in the right or in the wrong place as well. And after that, we have to do some evaluation according to what we bring to the class. We can see something that, oh, because of this or because of that, that make our decision making or our implementation or our using or some tool is not work properly or effectively for our classroom, something like this, teacher. Yeah, thank you, teacher. So for me, I have 5 guidelines. Number 1 is first of all, we have to think. Number 2, implement. Number 3, monitoring. Number 4, review. And the last point is just evaluation. That's all from me, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, very clear stuff to follow. Thank you. Okay, good. Other? Okay, one last before I link to this question. Okay, quiet here. Clear, clean.
Let me answer, teacher, about this question.
Yeah, please, Mr. Virom.
Yeah. What guidelines should teachers follow in implement these techniques? For my answer or my idea, I think first we have to understand about the technique first, and the teacher should have a clear understanding of the teaching and techniques they plan to use. They should okay, they should they should familiarize and themselves with the principle, strategy, and step involved in this technique. And they can plan ahead. Plan ahead it means before take we try to prepare the lesson plan first, and teacher should understand about how to text or say about the activity of teaching, and the teacher should plan their lesson and instructional activity effectively, and they should consider the learning outcome student need and the appropriate techniques to achieve those outcomes, and that adapt to student need. It means a teacher should understand about the contextual or should be flexible and adaptable in tailoring their implementation of techniques and to meet the unique needs abilities of their students. And number four, provide clear instruction. And this is the main point for the teacher. A teacher should provide clear, concise, and specific instruction to guide the students through the technique. And they should explain the learning objects, explain the learning objects instead and expectation to ensure students understand what is expected of them. And number five, create a supportive learning environment. And teacher should foster a positive and inclusive classroom environment where students feel safe to participate, task risk, and ask questions. And they should encourage collaboration, respect diversity, and provide constructive feedback. And six, use approach prior research and material. And teachers should select the use approach prior research or materials and technology to enhance the effectiveness of the technique. They should incorporate varieties of learning material such as textbook, online research, manipulatives, or multimedia to encourage students. And when monitors and assess student progress. A teacher should continuously monitor and assess student progress to the student as to enhance their implement technique as effective. They should use formative assessment, observation, or informal assessment to gain student understanding and make necessary adjustment. And number eight, reflect and improve. The teacher should reflect on their implementation of teaching techniques and seek feedback from students, colleges, and supervisor, and they should identify the area of improvement and incorporate change in their further instructional practice. Okay, so that's all, teacher.
Okay, what do you tell one again? It sounds like everything done for our lesson today. Thank you. Okay, I better link to the other question. We can say, so what happened? We can say like, okay, one techniques. Okay, do you think the first time normally effective or not effective? Okay, I learned about one particular teaching technique today and I apply. Do you think I can apply it effectively? Or any problem might happen? Any experience sharing about new technique that apply in your classroom? And what would you do with that? Hello? Quiet mean clear or clean? Hello. Yeah. Any answer here? Okay. Have you ever heard about jigsaw? Have you ever heard or applied jigsaw in your classroom?
Yes, sure.
Yeah. So can you share about your experience when you first applied jigsaw in your classroom?
For the first time, I see that students are not familiar with the technique, and also they are not able to move. I mean, to see properly for what they have read from the assigned section, and then when we see it come to the second and the third time, they move a bit faster, and the way they're feeling is much more clearer than before.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Mr. Ali, for sharing this. So, okay, what are the messages you can send? You can say for teaching technique to be more effective. Okay, so we can say like in short one, whenever you learn about one teaching techniques and apply, yeah, to be patient, like some of you just mentioned last morning, we can the afternoon, we can say like, yeah, patience is a key. The patient is some part that you need to be handled to implement things to be more effectively, because like even though you just learn about one particular technique clearly and some part that we can say like you know about the step and procedure, but when you just go and apply, some part is not really successful in here, unless you need to do reflection. Yeah, you need to evaluate the process, okay, as well as okay, try and apply it or implement it again and again, and then you will get the result. So do not expect for the first time really effective and you give up. So be patient. Yes, keep reflecting, keep observing, yeah, collect all feedback, okay, and then you will be able to do it effectively on that day, right? Okay, so thank you for your involved in the discussion reviewing for the afternoon. Okay, I think maybe we can break for 15 minutes before we move to furthermore with the slide. Yeah, this lesson is just a little bit long. Okay, that more than 30 slides. Yeah, maybe we can go it quickly as well after break. Okay, so enjoy your tea break or coffee. Yeah, but maybe no dinner now, right?
Thank you, teacher.
Yeah, thank
We have
you.
break for 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15 minutes. So we will see each other at 3:15, right? Okay, thank you. So enjoy.
Thank you.
Okay, so in this part, we can say Yeah, I hope that you still remember about chapter 1 that we have learned so far about the model of language teaching there. So now okay, let's just move to this slide, and I need one volunteer to read this part quickly. We can see.
Teacher.
Yes,
First.
okay, please.
Okay. So tool and techniques of effective second foreign language teaching. Number 1, approach. The series of language and language learning that guides the principles and practices of language teaching. Number 2, design. Consideration of objectives of a language contents, like the course syllabus, the types of tasks and activities, and finally, the role of the teacher, the learners, and the instructional materials. Number 3, procedure. The day-to-day classroom techniques and practices used in the teaching and learning of a language. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Team. Okay, it's okay for this part. Yes, so I hope that you should remember about approach, design, and procedure based on Richard and Roger 2001. So something there you can see like the scope of approach. We can see like it focus on series of language and learning, of language and language learning. Yeah, we can see just some part that cover on the teaching method, yeah, and so on there. Okay, and about design, you can consider about the way that you prepare to achieve the objective of language learning content. Yes, similar, for example, like course syllabus, lesson planning, the teaching and learning material that you have designed and so on. Yeah, and as well as okay, you also need to consider about types of tasks and activity, yeah, and also the role of teacher and student. So if you apply one activity, so what should the student do, and what should the teacher do, yeah, to assist and help the student in here, yeah, yeah, and one last like instructional material in here. Okay, and procedure, yeah, just we can say like just the technique or the classroom technique that you practice and use it in your teaching and learning the language there. Yeah, that you bring it to the class. Yeah, because like in here you just planning, and here you just implement your teaching technique or some part in the classroom. Okay, this just remind and review you for from that part, and we are not going to discuss in detail here, just since we are already discussed in chapter 1 already, right? Yeah, also this part, I just bring it back and let you see. Yeah, not something we'll discuss in detail. You can see here like approach. You can see like method, approach, design, and procedure. This is the umbrella of teaching method in here. Yeah, in teaching method, we just have the approach, I mean the learning, the theory as nature of language learning and teaching will have to assist the teaching method to implement for that. Yeah, and design, you can see a subtitle here. Yeah, yeah, and one last just about the procedure that we can see. Okay, since this skip this thing we have discussed in detail in chapter 1, so this is just a show and remind you only, right? Okay, let's move to this slide. You can say a conceptual understanding. You can say for classroom research, yeah, it just begin in the 1970 something. Yeah, I mean the decade of 70, you can say. So it just start and begin that's why we can say the teaching method and teaching technique just moving from time to time, because people keep working and conducting research from the classroom, and as they conduct research, they start learning the point to be improved, their point to be updated. That's why teaching methods just keep changing from time to time in here. Okay, sometimes we can say like 16 sand and changing wind 16 sand. Yeah, whenever the trend change, the things start changing as well. All right. So based on all right, okay, 1983, he or she mentioned what, like we want to understand why there is the thing happen as they do in the classroom. Yeah. So yeah, like Chancy just mentioned, like okay, for the young learner, they need more visual aid. They need more teaching and learning material that can assist them to learn more. So okay, whenever we believe like this, we can say that they want to understand why visual aid can help learner learn better. So they can conduct like a classroom research or action research in here, and then they start to find out why, and then they will prepare as the step or procedure for that, right? Yeah, some part there. Let's move to the next one, classroom application. Okay, anybody volunteer to read this slide? Pair and grouping of the student. Yeah, please. Mr. Rotha, are you going to read?
Yep, lecturers. So let's see. Read. Okay, pair and grouping of students. The rationales for peer and group work. A place for ample comprehensible input and output. Control exercise then provides enough push output. Task designed for interaction in peer or group work have been found as surest ways to foster SLA. Time on task, learner production time ranking 30 to 90% depending by teacher's effectiveness. Create bound class atmosphere, classmate as cooperation is beneficial rather than competition. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rotha, for reading this. Yeah. So we can see like in here, you will see like the way that we are forming the student to work in pair or working in group. So more or the same, but it may have some part that is different. You can see. Yes, some even the way that you just manage and control for that, it might be different a little bit. So yeah, we can say right now, okay, if a teacher keep talking alone, it might be problem, right? The student cannot learn. So yeah, we can say whenever you prepare and bring something to the class, mean the way that you design and provide input. And output is just coming from the way that the student can comprehend, student can produce some answer, sharing idea and so on. Those things like some part that they get from the way that they're learning, okay, that we call like output in here. Yeah, in that part we can say other thing, just control exercises don't provide enough push output. Yeah. Yeah, for control exercise or control practice, it's not enough. You can say like you just limit them from only the thing that limited from the textbook or from the language point, but they do not have freedom to apply into their free control exercises or free control practice in here. All right, so yeah, need to keep thinking on that. Yeah, that's why we can say like pair work and group work, which is the one way that they can apply and they start learning things by let them bring the language point to talk or discuss about their daily life, for example. Okay, for task design for interaction in pair or in group work, yeah, you can say, yeah, you need to prepare in advance. That's why we can say for group work, it's not mean just only the way you just come and form the student to work without any clear guideline, without any clear plan. Yeah, the group discussion might be failed or pair discussion might be failed. Yeah. So in here we can say like for task design for interaction in pair and group work has been found as the surest way to foster second language acquisition. Yeah. So yeah, some part like I mentioned, you can say sometime before. Yeah, some activity not really need too long. Some part maybe 1 or 2 minutes for group discussion or pair discussion. It's really about pair. You can flexible quickly, let them discuss in pair, 1 or 2 minutes, and then start sharing to the big group, for example. Okay, time on task, we can say like learners production time ranging from 30 to 90%. Yeah, depending by the teacher effectiveness. Yeah. So if you well prepare, you can provide the learner to speak more. Yeah, up to from 30 to 90%, rather than just keep explaining most of the time. Yeah, the student may not be able to push the learning outcome or output here, right? Yeah, create both class atmosphere. We can say climate of class as a cooperation is beneficial rather than competition. Yes. So let them work and help each other rather than ask them to compete among the group in here or to win the partner in here. It's not the best way. So bring and create the enabling environment, create the culture, classroom culture, yeah, to cooperate rather than compete one another in here. All right. We can say like even in presentation, yes, some part when after they got a question, better give space for the student to discuss before giving the answer to the audience or the questioner, for example. What happened if you got the question and in your group or in your pair, you come up with different idea, and you go for the audience to listen to your presentation or not? Yes?
No. Okay.
No? Yeah. Why? Why do you think no, Suki?
Actually, it's like this. For example, in a group, if they discuss, of course, they have different idea, but at least they know how to, like, I mean, they have argument, but at least they have something to prove that my idea is maybe better, or this idea is more better. So at least they negotiate with each other first, and when it come on presentation, yeah, so it will be go smooth. They not fight with the idea, or they don't have debating with that during the presentation. And if they still have, then the audience might not get what they are trying to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah, thank you, Suki. Okay, any other idea on this one? Have you ever seen or experienced such a thing? Yeah, question from the audience, but the group or the pair, the people, the member of pair work or group work seem like to debate or have opposite idea. And then what happened to you as the audience or the one who asked the question? Can you imagine about this one?
Then score deducted, teacher.
Score deducted.
Not
Yeah.
cooperate well.
Yeah. And yeah, and as a teacher, what can you train them to be better on the case?
For my idea, I think we should tell them that the consequences after the action like this, if they keep fighting instead of finding the solutions to solve the problem. Yeah, what will be the impact of working, not working together as a group like this. So when they know the result after doing that, maybe they realize that, oh, I should not do like that.
Thank you, Suki.
You're welcome.
Yeah, other gentlemen. Yeah, we got from the ladies. How about gentlemen? Any idea on this? Hello, are you with me? Yeah. Okay, quiet been understood, right? Oh, great. Okay. Okay. To me, I can say like maybe it's different from. I'm not sure whether you have ever applied it or not. Yeah, to me, I just set one requirement or procedure to avoid the way that they just have some problem with such a thing happen, or they may be minimized to be happen in the group of the pair presentation. Yeah, in some assignment, I normally give them space for a short discussion, maybe 1 or 2 minutes before answering the question. Yeah, they can have some space to provide the inputs or their perception about the question there. And after that, one of them or among 4 or 5 in the group, maybe one representative can answer to the question. Yeah, but need to give them some space for a short discussion. Yeah, and when I apply it at the first time, some students also keep complaining. They say that like, oh, I have never seen some such a thing that people need to discuss in front of the audience. Yeah, but better give them some space before they answer, rather than when they just go and answer the question. One member answer, the other 4 others 3 have different idea in here. The audience will reject all of the things that they have presented from the very beginning. So we can say like, oh, they work on the same topic, but they have different ideas. How about the explanation along the way up to the Q&A session? They better consider that part. You can see, give them some space to answer, and then let them do it. Yes. Or the other part, try to minimize it to be better. Yeah, by adding some point. Okay, my classmate something here, and I would like to add, or it should minimize it to be this way a little bit. Okay, not really attack. You can say like not mean your member answer A, but you say no, it's not A. It's just about B or C or something, and then your member will say, oh no, I am right. Okay, so when you have such an achievement or competition in front of the audience in here, there should be score deducted like the case mentioned earlier, right? Yeah, but train them, provide them a chance to develop like a cooperative learning rather than competitive learning in here. All right, you help each other, learn with each other, learn together. You can say. Okay, so this is just only idea. Okay, if you maybe you can try by your own in your classroom if possible. Give them space to think. Yes, here you can see about pair work and group work as well as similarity. So besides they talk about differences, yeah, between this is belong to pair work and this belong to group work. Yeah, and this both of things are similarity. Yeah, I want people to read this one. Just read, maybe no need to explain furthermore. Just read it out. Okay, any volunteer? Hello. Yeah, we have 12 people the afternoon. Come on.
Again, teacher.
Yeah, Mr. Chandi, please.
Fieldwork differences can be done in a short amount of time. Require little relearning on the part of teacher. Require minimal reorganization of the classroom because students can simply turn and talk to their neighbor. Minimizes the chances that both members of the peer participate in the interaction. Group work typically requires more time both for group setup and task execution. Require careful pre-planning of the group configurations on the part of the teacher. Depending on existing setting, configuration may require recognition of classroom. Minimizes the chances that all members of the group participate, however, runs the risk that one or more group members will dominate the discussion. Similarity reduces teacher dominance while enhancing student participation and time on task. Allow for the simultaneous practice of both productive and receptive skills. Allow for flexible pairing. Example, homogeneous versus heterogeneous ability levels. L1's cultural or ethnic background, etc. Provides natural opportunity for information exchange as a result of student grouping. Increase the likelihood of risk-taking to fewer inhibitions on the part of the learners. That's all, teacher. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chadi, for reading this. Yes, I'm not going to go through it in detail again, since this one is seems like clear enough. Yeah, we can say like for design, it might be spend a short amount of time, but for the group work, spend longer time. We can say like the nature of pair work, normally both sides are really active. Yes, in one speak and one listen. But for the group work, yes, some part might be hard for them as well. Because of what? For example, like this group, you can see like there are 6 members in the group. Yeah, it's one talk. The other 5 need to be passive. Yeah, when they take turn, they don't need to listen. So they need to spend. They need spending longer time on discussion here. But for the pair work, yeah, one say, one listen. Yeah, but they cannot say together, right? Yeah, whenever you do a discussion, unless you have idea to share, you also have to use your active listening skill as well to be better, right? So that is the thing that different, but you can see similarity. We use teacher dominance while enhancing the student participant and time on task. Okay, other one we can say like yes, simultaneous. Okay, simultaneous practice of both productive and receptive. Yeah. One. Yeah, productive. What was that? What are the productive skills? Yes.
Writing and speaking, teacher.
Writing and speaking. How about receptive skill?
Receptive, listening and reading.
Listening and reading.
Yeah, listening and reading. Okay, good. Yeah, so yeah, they will have a chance to work and produce something. You can say like they have a chance to practice their speaking as well as their writing. Yeah, at the same time, as they listen to their partner or they read the paper has been written by their partner, yeah, or their member, they will have a chance to practice their receptive skill, yeah, like reading or listening skill. Okay, we can say like to be allow for the flexibility of pairing if possible. Yeah, homogeneous and heterogeneous ability. It's just some part that yeah, even cultural and ethnic background, etc. Yeah, they need to be flexible. We can see. And one last, the next we can say like provide a natural opportunity for information exchange, result and a result of the student grouping. Yeah, they need to combine. You need to share something. Yeah, and one last just increased likelihood of risk taking due to a few inhibition on the other part of the learner. Yes, it might be some part that they may have some opposite idea and so on, okay, but at least they can consensus, and then they start learning things. Okay, so just briefly talk about this one. Okay, in here you can see like for pairing and grouping our student, the classroom dynamic are uneven by nature, like careful pair or careful group planning here. It's necessary for that. Close monitoring while activity. Yeah, remember, while students are working, the teacher need to monitor. Not mean student working in pair or in group. Okay, teacher can go out and do something else. No. Okay, you need to close and actively monitor their activity there. Yes, since sometimes you cannot determine the students are talking, not mean they are talking about the lesson. Or some part because they don't understand, they may keep quiet, or they may make noise since they don't know what to do, right? So the teacher need to move around and have and it's find out they are so quiet, need to asking them or try to explain them more, yeah. Okay, you can see here, pair work require less organizing than group work. Yeah, group work you need to have clear instruction. You need to know how to let the student move. It's not so your classroom will be become like the fish selling place at the market here, right? So can you share with your classmate, okay, how to form the student group work effectively? Any idea on this one? Briefly. Okay, for pair work it might be easy, but for group work you may take time. So how can you prepare that to be more effectively and spend less time here? Yeah, who can share with that?
Me, I can see. For me,
Yeah,
that is from my classroom. When I form a group work, I start with like let my student count the number. Like example, I need 10 groups, so I let them just count 1 to 10, and then just rearrange the group.
That's it. Is there Ali?
Yes, that is someone.
Yeah, thank you. Any other way? Spend less time and guide them effectively. Yes, okay, please.
For me, who assigns the work, like for the group work effectively, first I need to think first what is the activity that I want them to do as a group. So it depends whether the topic that I want them to do is like just a short time or longer. For example, if I want them to create, like for example, like they need to make 5 sentences using present simple, something like that. So if the work is quite easy, then just group work, just less member. But if something that I ask them to require more like time or maybe more people to so that they can work faster and effective. That's all, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Suki. Okay, any other thing beside that? Yeah, we can say like, all right, yeah, you need to have clear instruction and verb preparation. Even after you count, we can say like, is your class a really big class, like what Mr. Supal mentioned, like in his lecture have more than 40 students. Yeah, that's one considered like a big class size here. Yeah, and after you count the number, yeah, if you don't have the clear map or clear guide where they are going to go and sit, the class will really noisy and spend longer time just to let them sit in group. And one more, the student might be we can say like become like the market where they sell fish or vegetable at the market here. Really noisy. They will keep calling, oh, group number one, group number one. Okay. And then if everyone just keep calling their group number, so what happens? Okay, really noisy then. And they will spend longer time just together. To me, I can say like to do this, we just start with yeah, similar to what Mr. Halijan mentioned. Yeah, calling number, and then let them move. Yeah, based on the place that we want them to sit. For example, is I prefer to let them sit or work in 6 group in case that we have a big number of the student here, maybe 6 group. So you can check the space of your classroom. Is it okay available to keep the student to work in 3 group with the 3 row, or any possibility you show only 2. So you can show them the map. For example, to me, I normally draw something simple on the whiteboard. Yeah, is I supposed to let them work in 3 group. Yeah, and then we can label number 1, number 2, yeah, number 3, number 4, yeah, number 5, and then number 6. So this is the map in the classroom. We can say like, okay, the one which got number 1, they made to be the right side of the classroom. Yeah, in number 1, show them the place that we are going to move. Number 2, on the left side hand of the classroom. Yes. Okay, and number 4, number 6. Okay, in here some part here we can say like just let them find. Okay, and whenever you let them move, telling them, no need to raise up your hand and call out the number. Just walk quietly toward the map here. We can say like, is your group somewhere number 1? Just walk quietly to the group and move quickly. No need to call out. The one who should belong to number 2 just move to number 2. Yeah, and after that we can say you can check. Okay, who coming from group number 1? We can say number 1, maybe raise up the hand. Okay, number 1, number 2. Yeah, and then if the the task is a little bit complicated, maybe after they got the group, you start to take some time to provide them instruction. Or in case that you just provide them instruction before let them move, it also something you can do in here. Do it clearly and let them move quickly by showing them where to sit. No need to let them call number in here, right? So quietly, move quickly, yeah, will save you some time there. Okay, so this is just some part that I experienced, and no, it's not anything that they have written, but the thing that you can try by yourself. Or some of you may have more experience than that. Okay, you also can share, right? Possible. This is just simple thing. Okay, one volunteer to read on this quickly. Hello.
Let me try her.
Yeah, please.
The following are sometimes issues to keep in mind for pairing and grouping students. Interpersonal dynamic, learner autonomy, use the target language, role of the teacher, different in proficiency level, attitude toward pair and group work.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so whenever you pairing a student to work in group or in pair, please bear some issue in mind. Yeah, interpersonal dynamic. Yeah, what kind of personality they are, quiet, and so on. Yeah, the other one may be talkative. Yeah, learner autonomy. Yeah, keep finding whether they are the self-independent learner. They will lead. They will cooperate with others. They use the target language. Yeah. So how can you use on that? Yeah. If you teach English, maybe some part that you want them to use in English, right? Not just go and use my language. It's not really something great there. Yeah. Role of the teacher. Yeah. What should you do? Yeah. They are working. Teacher need to walk and monitor it closely with them to happen. Yeah. In some case, we can say they may misunderstanding about the instruction. They may not have any idea or they not to ask question, but whenever you move close to them, they may come up with a question and ask you. The differences in proficiency level, yeah, you keep in mind that your student may not all of the member in the group are impaired. They know. Yeah, some part you also need some assistance to help them. Yeah, their attitude toward pair and group work. Yeah, some they start sharing it immediately. Some they may need some guide and let people ask them question. Yeah, this is the thing that you can keep in mind that all these issues might happen within your pair or group work. Thank you. Okay, you can see detail on page 350 in the textbook, right? Or you can go through the chapter that I extracted it and then drop into the group here. You can see on page 350 that tell you further detail on each issue in here. Okay, let's move to this slide. Any volunteer to read on this slide, please?
Me, teacher.
Yeah.
Warm up. Error correction and feedback. Usefulness of feedback. Feedback option. Feedback focus. Competence and performance. Local errors. Split errors and attempts. Teacher-student interaction patterns. Inductive and deductive. Recitation. Teacher's question. Wait time.
Thank you, Mr. Kim, for reading this. Yeah, so these are the things that you want to apply in your classroom. Yeah, we call like teacher classroom discourse. That you may start the class with warm-up activity. Yeah, you can ask a question. You can bring them with some short warm-up activity. Yeah, in order to lead them to the lesson in here. Yeah, and at the same time, we can say like you may have such error correction and feedback, provide them, yes, some useful feedback, some feedback option and feedback focus, yeah, as well as competence and performance, yeah, like a skill and their production, yeah, about global, yes, or local error, yeah, from inside and outside errors. Yes, sleep area and attempt. Yes, this thing we'll discuss furthermore in the following slide. Yes, teacher-student interaction pattern. So what is that? How can you minimize teacher talking time to let the student talk more, let the student discuss more? Yeah, we also consider about a teaching approach like inductive and this deductive presentation. Yeah, this they focus on form. This they might focus on the meaning and so on. Yes, and teacher question. What are the questions to have the student learn? Yeah, you may need to ask them some useful and practical open-ended question to let the student keep thinking. Yeah, some part not just wait and let the student ask, but teacher need to ask the question as well. Yeah, and wait time. For how long that you can give it to them to do one task? Yeah, you need also to minimize or make it to be more effective for that time. Okay, so all these are the discourse for the classroom. About 6 steps in here that you need to prepare for that. Okay, here's some warm up. Okay, anybody volunteer to read this? Maybe read only this. This one you can read it by yourself. Yeah. Okay, volunteer.
Okay, teacher, let me read.
Yeah, please, Saki.
Teacher's Raymond, she said she can read.
Oh, sorry, mom, right? Yeah, I'm sorry.
Give her chance. It's okay. I raised the hands here, but she's the one who said.
Okay, yeah, please. Okay, thank you, Simon.
Okay, teacher. Warm up. Okay. Warm up activity can be used to prepare students for learning. Activity create knowledge and create a positive classroom environment. Yeah, teacher. Yeah, teacher, finish only that mic, right?
Okay, thank you, Simon, for this. Yes, you can see like activity can use and prepare students for learning. Yeah, activate prior knowledge and create a positive classroom environment. Sometimes here. So this is the way that you can bring your student into to engage or to link to the lesson that you are going to teach. In here, some warm-up activity that you can see, like find someone who. Have you ever applied this one in your classroom? Yes or no? Yeah. If you have never, you can see the procedure how to apply. You give student find someone who like touch it containing item such as find someone who consider his or her pet to be a best friend. Yeah. Okay, find someone who think friends should have the same political belief, for example, right? So okay, this is the procedure. You read the procedure, you can apply it in the classroom. Other one like interview. So what can I do? Yeah, they can. You can follow this 4 procedure. You can read it carefully. You will find out something to apply. And about game, for example, like explain the rule of the game. Tic-tac-toe. Yeah, pair the student and provide a pair with a tic-tac-toe board on which incomplete idioms, okay, and friendship are written. Is a friend indeed, or once a friend, for example. Okay, so all the things that you can consider to apply in your warm-up activity then. Okay, maybe you can read more, and if you have question, we can discuss furthermore, right? You can see like array correction and feedback form. Yeah, you can see from here. I will go a little bit quick. Like effective array correction form and feedback strategy should take into account factors such as the type of arrays, the level of the student, and the context of the array, for example. Yeah, so all these things that you can consider the error correction and feedback. Yeah, sometimes the student also need some feedback or some correction whenever they did something wrong. You can say like whenever they did it wrong, whenever they get feedback and correction, they may have some part to remember or some level of remembering things much better than, right? Okay, you can see some more thing in this part. Okay, one more volunteer to read on this slide, number 14. Volunteer?
It's me, teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lagujansi.
Yeah. Teacher classroom discourse also talking about despite the lack of definitive approach to teacher feedback, a few simple guidelines may help. The first one is usefulness of feedback. Sorry. Yeah. Students appreciate constructive feedback. And the second one, feedback options. Teacher can choose from a variety. And the third one, feedback focus, accuracy, class, and feedback match. The last one, no, not the last one, the first, competence versus performance. One-time performance error do not need correcting. Yes, the first error do not need correcting. And number 5, global versus local error. That means prioritize major global errors. Yeah. For these categories, sleep error and attempts. Sleep can self-correct, questioning, cueing, or paralinguistic. Yeah. Error cannot self-correct. I mean over explaining. And attempt mean to explain, recast may be the best. That's all, teacher.
Thank you, Lagujansi, for reading this. Yeah, you can see that you can see different kind of feedback. You can say like usefulness of feedback. Yeah, we can say like the student learn best whenever they got the constructive feedback from their classmate, from their teacher, right? It's really about like writing. People cannot learn writing well unless they got the correction or constructive feedback from the teacher, and then they can learn faster and better. Feedback option, you can say like teacher choose from a variety. Yeah, yeah. Some part people they may provide feedback or correct some part electively and wisely, yeah, because they cannot correct everything. If you correct everything, the people may feel overwhelmed. They feel like they are so bad. They they may lose motivation as well, right? Okay, so all this thing, and you also can focus on these 3 categories. You can see like sleeps, okay, like some type of thing that we can say like if the areas like sleep, they can self-correct, okay, by questioning, by asking themselves question, by showing it, and paralinguistics, yeah, by using the linguistic with the language used, the deep understanding about the language in here, yeah, to show it, and then they can make it better from time to time. Error can be cannot self-correct, yeah, because like since they have never learned, they have never know something there, so they need someone to explain or help them to understand it better. Yes, for attempt, we can say like to explain. Mean attempt to explain. Yeah, recast may be the best. Yeah. So yeah, just recall it back. Explanation. Yeah, retelling on that part. It might be the best thing that they can change or can correct it effectively there. All right. Okay, one more to remember. We can say like to correct you better remember this one. So skip it at the moment. But this part really important. You can say one-time performance errors do not need correcting. All right. Yeah. So if that is not the common, there is a global or local error here. We can say like the prioritize major or global error here. Yes, need to change or need to correct it over time. You can see it's not so it will become bigger and bigger problem, right? Okay. So here the type of feedback. Okay, but I'm not going to try to read it all. Yes. Or we just read, maybe we read quickly, and if you don't have question, we can go. Okay, anybody volunteer to read? Hello. Mr. Rata, you raise hand for a long time ago.
Lecture just.
Yeah,
So,
please.
okay. So let me try to read on this. It is too small, teacher.
Oh, on your phone you cannot see?
That's okay. I read from the book, from the textbook.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Teachers' classroom discourse, type of feedback, teachers' behavior or response, or words, correction. The teachers corrects the errors. The case, the teachers repeats the word or phrase correctly. Questioning, the teachers ask, is that correct? Danielle, the teachers note that's wrong. Pinpointing, the teachers localize the errors using a pulse and rising into intonation to signal the need for an alternate form. Oral cueing, the teachers provide various grammatical variation and allow students to select the correct alternative. Written cue, the teachers indicate the errors by giving a written cue by pointing to reminders placed around classroom. Signs indicating frequent errors such as missing, in, and B, copulas. Grammatical term, the teachers note that part of speech where the errors occur or otherwise give a grammatical indication. Paralinguistic, the teachers use a facial expression, hand signal, or other gestures to signal the errors. They appeal to peer. The teachers appeal to other students to locate and repair errors. Thank you, teacher. That's all.
Thank you, Mr. Rata, for reading this. Yeah, you can see. So these are the type of teacher feedback about the student task here, okay, to be selected. Yeah. So which one? And then you can see teacher behavior and responses in here. Just some part that can help you to do it more. Let's move to the next one. Okay, one more volunteer to read on this. Volunteer. Yes, okay. You raise up your hand.
Teacher-student interaction patterns. 1. As much as 70% of class time is said to be teacher talk, we must make good use. 2. The most common pattern is I or E, meaning initial response evaluation. Number 3, a more communicative pattern is I or F, initial response feedback. Renitulsion. Number 4, more recent suggestions. We have two parts there: instructional conversations, collaborate dialogue, both entail scaffolding by experts to no voice, often by modeling the outcomes through interaction. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Sakane, for reading this. Yes, teacher-student interaction pattern. You can see here, as much as 70% of classroom class time is said to be talk, like teacher talking time here, right? We must make it good. Yeah, we can say like some part teacher explain and the student keep listening. Yeah, and sleeping. Something there. We can say you can see this pattern like I or E. It come from what? Initiate, like close ended. Yeah, just go like yes, no, and so on. Okay, and then let the student respond, and then evaluate. Yeah, evaluate about the process and let them learn through the evaluation. Yeah, a more communicative pattern. Yeah, it better than the first one. Like I or F. Okay, I just still come from initiate, open ended. Yeah, and the one it's a close. This one is open ended, and all just come from respond, and F come from feedback or reinitiative. Yeah, we can say lead to that step that we can say, and then okay, we can restart it by repeating, by using it to be better for that. Yes, and we just have a recent suggestion and so on, like instructional conversation, collaborative dialogue, whereby exchange turn to speak and share and help each other to do something. Sorry. So these two pattern or these two approach, we initially as the scaffolding by expert to know why. We can say like the one just good at that thing become the expert, and then they can have the one who knew or who do not have experience in that part. Yeah, by modeling outcomes through the interaction, keep learning. Yeah. So as they get involving in that part, they will keep learning things as well as through that part. Can we move a little bit? Who can read this one? Teacher-student interaction pattern. Okay. Who has not read, please? Hello, quick.
Yes, teacher, let me help.
Yeah, Mr. Haley, please.
Teacher classroom discourse. Teacher-student interaction pattern. 1. I or F sequence have shown to draw out more positive attitude from student. 2. On the other hand, I or E sequence, especially the evaluation, suppresses student contribution. 3. Teachers should monitor their own pattern use and where possible replace I or E's with I or F and collaborative dialogue.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ali, for reading this. Here you can see like this part, you can say IOF. IOF come from what? Come from what IOF at the moment?
Initial response feedback.
Yeah, initial response and feedback, right? Feedback.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, we can say like this part show more okay, sequence have shown to draw out more positive attitude from student. Remember this one? Yeah, another hand, IEO, sorry, IOE. IOE come from?
Initiate, respond, and evaluate.
Yeah. Yeah. Initiate, respond, and evaluate. All right. So in this pattern, I guess like a sequence, especially the evaluation suppresses student contribution. Yeah, some part if you provide them feedback positively or constructive feedback from the evaluation, it might be better. But if you provide or evaluate and then show them mostly about their negative point, yeah, maybe some part they may not do that one as well. So need to be careful. Okay, and I can say like teachers should monitor their own pattern use. Yeah, and okay, so where possible, and replace I or E's with I or F and collaborative dialogue if possible. So in here they suggest to use I or F rather than I or E's in here. Yeah, so iOS is much better there. Okay. Provide feedback or provide constructive feedback. Okay, inductive and deductive presentation. Have you ever heard this one before? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. A lot about language teaching. We just learn about inductive and deductive approach or inductive and deductive presentation and so on here. You can see, right? One volunteer to read. You can read like this way, right? Okay, like a pair here. Okay,
Me,
who?
teacher?
Yeah, please.
Teacher classroom discuss inductive versus deductive presentation. Deductive, role-based, less ambiguity, less student attention, time efficient, more complex terminology, cognitive processing play a role teacher center, match class expectation, reinforce rule over meaning, inductive, discovery learning, more student analysis role, finding may become objective, more impact, more retention, time efficient, foster autonomy, wrong, failure discovery, train problem solving skills, difficult to manage.
Okay, thank you, Sophia, for reading this one. Yeah, you can see the meaning of the difference. You can compare it by, you can say like deductive. We talking about deductive, just like rule based or form based in here, right? And inductive, discovery learning. You can say like if you want to teach about present simple, yes, you may not provide the student the form immediately, but let them discuss, let them make a dialogue or conversation about present simple. Later on, you just initiate or draw attention toward the form later on. Okay. Some they may use I am getting up at 6 o'clock every morning. I have been getting up at 6 o'clock every morning and so on. Yeah. And then whenever you show them the answer, they will say, oh, like this, or like that. Okay, for example, right? Okay, or okay, we want to hear about the oh or wow or and so on here, like something that can let them open their wide eyes. This is the way that they can learn longer. Because like we inspire them to believe it is. It's something like this one, and then they will keep remembering things. Okay, so I'm not going to try to read all this since it seems like something clear. Yeah. Okay, so this part, maybe they are a little bit small. Yeah, and you can see in some part by reading this part. Okay, who use laptop can read this one. I think since they are a little bit small here. Or you can see it from the book, right? Anybody use laptop here? Okay, Mr. Chaidi, yeah, please. Yeah, if you use laptop, you can have to read this one briefly. Yeah, just some advantages and disadvantages are explained here.
Yes, teacher. Deductive rule driving learning. Inductive discovery learning. Advantages. 1. Appeal to learner with a low tolerance for ambiguity. 2. Get straight to the point and may therefore be more time efficient. 3. Acknowledges the role of connective processes in language learning. Number 4, fits with many students' classroom expectation. Inductive discovery learning. 1. Require more connective depth and may appeal to analytical learner. 2. May take more of an impact on learner and thus information may be retained more easily. Number 3, actively engages learner and foster learner autonomy. Number 4, involve problem-solving skill. Disadvantages. Deductive. May not catch student attention. Number 2, use of meta language, example grammatical terminology, may be difficult for some. Number 3, tend to be teacher fronted. 4, may not hold student attention. Number 5, reinforces the idea that language is rule driven rather than meaning driven. Inductive. Focus on working out of rule and may therefore lead learner to believe that rule Rules are the sole objective of learning. Number 2, time spent working out rules may be at the expense of time available for practice. Number 3, students may work out the wrong rule or get frustrated. Number 4, some aspects of language do not lend themselves easily to rule formulation. Number 5, more difficult for teachers to manage. Okay.
Okay, thank you for reading this. Yeah. Okay, so any question on this part? Yes, no? I just screenshot into the group in case you want to see it and lazy to open the book. Okay. Any point to be clarified? Okay, so we will move a little bit more. We are running out of time now. Okay, so teacher question. Okay, anybody read teacher question quickly?
Me?
Yeah, please.
Teacher question. One display question are suitable for error correction, awareness raising, comprehension check, scaffolding. 2. Interferential question are suitable for communicative activity, fluency training.
Okay, so some part here we can say like the way that the teacher just display question are suitable for, yeah, we can say like keep asking question for error correction, yeah, rather than telling them directly, but ask the student the question. Is it true? Yes, and awareness raising, yeah, just keep asking and let them learn something. Okay, and inferential question, okay, like we can say like deep or beyond the line question here. Yeah, that it's suitable for the student communicative activity and in fluency training and so on. Yeah, that you can use and let them keep thinking here. Yeah, some high level question or deep understanding question in here, right? Okay, next. Yeah, read it quickly. This one just only reading. Who can have and read this one? Hello, anybody can read?
Yes, teacher.
Yeah,
Let-
please, Mr. Kim.
Teacher question. Too many display question. Rustic. Linguistic activities. Yeah, textbook are full of them. Reading comprehension question. Number 2 is a simple remedy insert. What's your opinions? Do you know of a similar case? What would you do in this situation? Number 3 is a good combination of this with material contents lead to student expanding linguistic repertoires. Number 4 is teacher may even challenge students answer idea at appropriate levels. Don't dismiss overwork. Thank you, teacher.
Thank you. Yeah. Okay, so don't deny or overwhelm, right? Okay, so all these things that you can consider. There's some part that you can say like attention to this one as well, like remedy. You can say some part the student can express their own opinion rather than just keep recalling or remembering things best from the lesson. Okay, that also can promote understanding as well as some activity there, right? Okay, so let's move to the next one. Yeah, maybe some of you have some question about wait time here, so we can read it quickly. Yes, one more people to read.
I will do.
Yeah, please.
Wait time. Early to learn may also be shy or reluctant. Research have shown that on average, is one S after Q. Name a student assuming no volunteer. Further, one before reforming Q. Name another, provide the answer themselves. Increase waiting time, increasing response rate, its length, and its complexity. 3 to 5 second waiting time, increased learner participation, student initiated question, and unsolicited responses.
Okay, so this part you can say like we can say waiting time. Yeah, when you ask question, you may give some time for student to think and then provide the answer, right? But there's some they may be shy or reluctant. That's why seem quiet and so on. Or some part maybe you can calling them by name. Yeah, like in your class, some part I also call by name as well. It's no one volunteer based on the voluntary basis there. Yeah, calling by name. You can say like the first second or 1 second here. Ask the question. Yeah, name a student, assuming no volunteer. For example, like yes, answer the question, pause for 1 second, okay, and then we can assume something there.
Too
And
fast, teacher. 1 second.
yeah, one second here, right? Yeah, and further 1 more second. Okay, or further 1 second here before reforming question. Name another one. Yes, so keep giving some space before you can move. Yes, and you can also provide or increase waiting time. Yeah, for the in order to increase response rate, its length and its complexity. Yeah, in case the question is complicated, you can increasing maybe up to 3 or from 3 to 5 second waiting time. Increase learner, participant, and student initial question and unsolicited response. You can say like yes. So give some space for students to think and before they can answer sometimes. Okay, this part I think it's not quite new, but only some part that can aware. Okay, I will go it quickly. You can see, yeah, like what Lagru Chansi also rest up like visual aid also important, like graphic magazine excerpts or video here really useful for learners, especially about young learner. They can learn better in here, right? So you can say visual aid or visual is just like beneficial from the view of contextualize, kickstarting a lesson. Okay. So for example, like you teach them about a UFO, the student, okay, if without picture, they may not be able to imagine because they have never seen UFO. So some part that you can show them there, they can learn better. or if you can bring the real thing, like if you teach them about mango, about other part, you can bring the real mango there. It's also good for them to learn there, right? Yeah, the student can learn, can communicate, or even can explain, can answer the question based on what they can see there. Okay, so you can read something more about this, but you can see about benefit of this part briefly, like holistic understanding, can understanding it obviously and holistically, right? Yeah, visible thought and organization pattern. Yeah, some part they can say when they just listen without seeing, they can learn not really much better there. Yeah, they can interpret or change the complex concept into simple display. Yeah, also assist learner processing. Yeah, can help them to process and learn it better. Promote recall and retention. Yeah, call it back whenever they see something, they can recall. They also can keep what is learning and so on. Yeah, for some parts. You can read furthermore from your textbook on rationale for using visual in the language classroom there, right? Okay, I will skip this part. Okay, you can see like the picture, the way that they just use a visual aid here, like graph chart and so on. Okay, we will move to summary quickly. Yeah, I don't want to keep you so long here. Yes, we work all day today. Yeah, one volunteer to read it before we stop here. Yeah, one volunteer.
Teacher.
Yeah, please, Mr. Shadi.
Effective language teaching involves using a variety of tools and techniques to engage students and promote language learning. Tools such as visual technology and real life can provide context and promote comprehension. Number three, techniques such as task-based learning, content-based instruction, and project-based learning can promote language learning by integrating language use with meaningful tasks and activities. Number four, individual learner differences such as learning style, motivation, and cultural background should be taken into account in effective language teaching. Number five, assessment and evaluation provide feedback on student progress and have teachers adjust instruction as needed. Last, professional development and ongoing teacher reflection are important for improving teaching practice and promoting effective language teaching.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chadi, for reading this. Yeah, you can see briefly here. You can see to make your lesson to be more effective, you need to engage your student in their learning. Okay, you need to use a variety of tools and techniques, right? Yes, and make sure that they can get involved or engage in the thing, and then you can promote language learning here. Yeah, so yeah, you also need to understand about the student attention span for the kid. Maybe their attention not much more than 5 minutes or 10 minutes here, about maybe 20 to 30 minutes. Okay, so you need to change your teaching technique or tool. Okay, to let them learn better, let them move more. Okay, or some part we can say like that the student learn best whenever they have a chance to move. They have a chance to practice more, like a kinesthetic. Yeah, for the learning style. Okay, remember like I can say visually you can use technology. You can design it by provide the contact and promote comprehension or understanding. Yeah, and you can use other teaching technique or teaching methods like task-based learning, content-based instruction, and project-based learning. You can say like all of those things that they can have a chance to get involved and then they can learn. And remember one more thing, we can say like there is no one teaching technique or method to apply all. Yes, in we can say like different learner, they may have different learning style, different motivation, different culture background. Yeah, so to make it better and let you understand all those things, right? Yeah, assessment and evaluation can provide feedback on student learning progress and help teacher to adjust instruction as needed. We can say like yeah, give you also attention on that. Yes, and don't forget to develop your professional. Yeah, not mean you just graduated from a teacher training institution and then it's just enough for you. You also need to keep reading, keep learning, keep develop attending in training or reading more. Yeah, really important as a teacher. Okay, so that's it. Maybe no question. Any question before we say goodbye? Okay, 15 minutes late today. I'm sorry.
That's fine, teacher.
That's fine, right?
No question, no answer.
No. Yeah. No question, no answer.
Question for now, teacher.
I like
Maybe
it.
not for now.
I like the last point of the summary.
Yeah. Okay.
That's why I decided to join this course.
Okay, yeah. So keep in mind and please read the other two more chapter for tomorrow, right? In the group, you can see the separated chapter there. And then yeah, we can discuss more. And group number 1 will do presentation tomorrow afternoon, right? Are you ready for that? Yes, no? Okay, so that's it. And thank you for today. See you tomorrow, right? Good luck. Enjoy the rest of the evening and enjoy your reading as well, right? Bye-bye. See you.
Bye, teacher.
See you tomorrow.
Goodbye, teacher. Thank you.
Yeah, goodbye. Enjoy your dinner.
You too. Thank you.